Graham Platner has officially suspended his campaign for the Senate. His decision follows a relentless wave of calls for him to drop out, leaving him with virtually no support from elected officials. There is, however, one notable exception: the President of the United States. Donald Trump has stepped forward to defend Platner, casting doubt on the allegations against him by framing it as a matter of whether or not you believe the woman, and claiming, "A lot of people say big falsehoods." This defense is a sharp pivot from just last month, when Trump was calling Platner a thug and the worst human being to ever run for office. It seems the president has never met a sexual assault allegation he wasn't willing to question. These comments come during a disastrous 48-hour stretch for the president. Today, a federal court officially ordered the release of $5 million of Trump's money to E. Jean Carroll, who successfully sued him for defamation and sexual abuse. In a blistering order, the judge noted that Trump has been stalling the case for years and concluded it is finally time for him to pay the judgment. The legal losses continued as another federal judge rejected Trump's effort to put his name back on the Kennedy Center. It is a loss that clearly stings, evidenced by the fact that his administration has kept a tarp draped over the spot where his name used to be, as if hiding the vacancy could make the name reappear. On the global stage, Trump's foreign policy is similarly unraveling. His so-called peace negotiations with Iran have completely collapsed, leading to multiple new rounds of U.S. airstrikes. Trump has declared the ceasefire over, and as a result, oil and gas prices are expected to spike once again. But perhaps most humiliating for the president was his recent performance at the NATO summit in Turkey. Upon arrival, a seemingly confused Trump had to be taken by the arm and guided down the tarmac by Turkish President Erdogan. During subsequent press conferences, the president appeared even more disoriented, at one point inventing a new adversary by claiming the U.S. was under threat from missiles launched by the Islamic Republic of Japan. The blunders continued when Trump bungled the name of the Obama-era Iran deal, the JCPOA, and committed a massive diplomatic slip during a meeting with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. Trump repeatedly asked reporters if they had questions for President Putin, while pointing at Zelensky. When he realized his mistake, he tried to cover for it by bizarrely acting as if he were Vladimir Putin's press secretary, offering to field questions for the Russian dictator. He later praised President Erdogan not as a world leader, but as the head of a successful company. While world leaders and critics respond with eye rolls, the president's behavior takes a darker turn when he feels cornered. We have just learned that the Trump administration is threatening to withhold $1 billion in counterterrorism funds, money used to protect against cyber attacks and mass shootings, from states unless they fundamentally change their election laws. The administration is demanding that states transition to paper ballots, verify the citizenship of every voter, and hand over voter rolls, policies that align with right-wing conspiracy theories regarding the 2020 election. Trump is essentially forcing states to upend their election processes just months before the midterms or risk losing critical security funding. As former security official Miles Taylor warns, Trump is at his most unpredictable and dangerous when he is desperate, and he is now using the safety of American citizens as a bargaining chip to cling to power. 10.3s info. Google AI models may make mistakes, so double-check outputs. Use arrow up and arrow down to select a turn. Enter to jump to it and escape to return to the chat.